Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. So here's the deal. The new update just dropped. Basically I'm recording this about an hour after the news went live. So as it happens, there is now a new kind of storm in the game, but as far as I can understand from the patch notes, it should only be active on the moon. So we should not get solar storms here on Vulcan, so that's fine. But now the solar panels are uncapped. So let's take a look. And oh yes, very much so. Previously, the maximum that we could get out of these guys was 500 watts. Now they are 1000 watts. And as we get closer to the black hole, I think this will go up and up. So yeah, now it is a very good thing that we have actually upgraded these cables. As I said at the time, I was expecting this, and as it turns out, it was warranted. Okay, let me see, quickly switch out the canister, or the empty the canisters and strip down because we are getting a little bit stinky. So, you know what? That will basically fix our power problems, I think. Yeah. But we are still in danger of summertime, basically. I think by the time we reach the peak summertime, the black hole will be behind that mountain. So we might want to install some grow lights in here. And if that actually happens, that also means that, well, the solar panels will not really work all that much. They will work a little bit maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening, but that's about it. I guess we'll see. If it gets desperate, I suppose we will just try to do something about it. So anyways, let me quickly eat and drink, so that's fine. I will plant the less potato seed. So this one. Harvest 2 of these and replant the seed. There we go. And obviously cook 1. Please close, and there we go. You can go on the shelf. Right. So, I was a little bit paranoid about the water temperature in the last episode, but yeah, I think it's fine. In daytime it will cool down, at nighttime it will heat up. In balance it should be okay. So yeah, I don't think we need to worry about this one too much. And amount wise, 5 liters, so yeah, we are making more than we are using, so that's fine. I think I will just monitor the amounts, and if we have enough, I'll just turn this off. And what is the state of the oxygen? It is 96, yeah. I think I will build up maybe 10 liters of water in here, and I will see how much oxygen we are generating that way. Basically, build up the water, turn off the transformer, and let's see how much oxygen we are generating. It should be fine. At least finger crossed. And yes, the batteries are filling up. Good. So let's eat, drink, and I think we can go out and build some more. Let me see. I think today I would like to take care of the main entrance. So we will try to encase the elevator at least until it goes into the base, and then we'll build out a airlock, and I will use that station battery downstairs, and that will only be dedicated to the airlock and the elevator, nothing else. So hopefully that way we will always have power in the most critical systems that will deal with the entrance to the base. Right, so for that, so we have, let me see, we will definitely need to have the elevator encased, so we need to have 4 panels on 3 sides and 3 panels on 1 side, so that's going to be 15, plus we need to encase the actual airlock, so that's going to be 18, 21 wall panels altogether, I believe, as far as my brain can visualize it. So yeah, we have nothing in here. We need the steel, and I think I will just go for flat walls for this one. Yeah, It's fine. So give me some flat wall kits. There we go. And 21. Then we need sheets for the filling of these guys, and that's going to be it. Then we need the doors and all the knickknacks that will go into the actual airlock. So active vents, pipes, passive vents, doors, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, we need a lot of stuff. But first, let's start with the basics. Right, for this project, we don't need the plastic sheets or the glass. That's fine. We don't need the spray can. I will leave the mining backpack. I don't want to not have it on us in case we need to go out on a quick mining trip. And yeah, so how are we on these? So we need around 21. We will need a lot more for the rest of the base wall, so I think I will overprint a little bit just in case. Oh right, and don't forget to drink actually. There we go. Right, I still haven't decided how I will deal with the oxygen generation in case this is not enough. I suppose, yeah, just add 2 more frames worth of volume into this room and basically just mirror it this side over to this side. That's it. Which means also that we might need to change how the pipes are laid out. I suppose we can just make a turn here and do this kind of access to the water that way. Now obviously this will also increase the water volume in these pipes a lot. Not double it, but almost double it. And which means we might want to have some water in reserves. Right, so this one should be enough by now. Yeah, this is enough. So you can stop. And can you please give me the steel sheets? There you are. A lot of them. Yeah, basically just print out enough to fill these walls and that's going to be fine. Now, one more thing about the base walls. We do have these trims going up on the sides, but do we want to have these around the windows as well? Now, we cannot have these trims on both sides of the in between the windows, because we have a single wall here and we can only have one trim on one side because of the way these walls work. But maybe basically we can have these gray trims either below or above the windows. I think they would look kind of nice if they were below the windows. So basically we can replace these flat walls with these geometric walls, and that might make them look a bit more interesting. Anyways, let me see how many of this is, and that's enough. So I suppose we can print that a bit more because we still need to fill up the frames downstairs. So yeah, just print out a couple extra, it's fine. And then, how are we on the cabling? Yeah, we need a lot of cables as well. And thankfully, the batteries are okay now. The big question is, are we going to see the black hole in the peak of summer? Obviously, mining down that big mountain is not going to work because it's way too much. So yeah, this will be enough for now. One more, so we don't have a half gram of steel inside. There we go. And yeah, I think we can go. So there, I will print out some of the stuff that we need. We don't need the steel for this. We just need copper, gold, and iron, I believe. Iron is... where is it? It's in here, okay. No, don't open, just turn on reflexes. So, we definitely need to have a console. Okay, it's in the electric printer, that's fine. Sensor maybe? Yeah, that's in the electric printer as well. Active vent. We need 2 of these. Yes, then we need... one insulated passive vent. So insulated passive vent, one of these, steel and silicon. So after all, we need this one. There we go. You can go there. Where is this silicon? It's not in there. Oh, right. I did vaguely remember seeing it belong to the airlock. So there we go, and one of these. And we have the passive, the uninsulated one in here. Although this one will be exposed to the outside, so no, we cannot use this one. We need two of these. Right. And there. So two of these. And I suppose we can just use... Do we have insulated pipes? No. I mean, I don't really mind the speed of the airlocks. It's fine. I usually just, you know, fast forward through it in the footage. So yeah, let's just use insulated pipes. We don't need the utility kits. So at least two of these. No, wait, one more. And there. So a console, an advanced airlock kit, APC we don't need because this will be fed from the battery, gas sensor, and that's about it. Right, so you empty out, console, and a sensor. There we go. Also, oh wait, we have the glass panel right here for the console. There we go. So these can go in here and they will print out what we need in there. So you give me a console, just the one, then a sensor, just the one, and an advanced airlock right here. Okay, can I make some room in the inventory somehow? Okay, I will put down the laptop for now. I don't know, I never really tried it. Can I maybe, let me see, place it on the table? Can I wrench it down? I never tried this one. Laptop. No, we cannot. Okay, it was worth a try. Anyways, so that's the sensor. The tablet can go in the tool belt, and now we can put this one away. And that's that, and the airlock chip. And I think that's it. Right, you can turn off now. We don't have a storm approaching, so that's fine. We can put stuff on the floor and we should be okay. So, suit up. There, the suit itself is, you know what, just in case I will switch out the oxygen. So, oxygen refilled. And we can go. Oh yeah, by the way, there is now a new suit in the game called a harm suit. It is a heavy duty suit. It has a lot of durability and it has a built-in liquid cooling system. So on paper it sounds really nice, but I am not sure if I want to use it because first things first, you go down. I don't think I want to use it because it also said that the movement speed of these suits are 60% normal, and that sounds a little bit too slow for my liking. So I don't know. I don't want to move slower when I'm outside. I want to be fast. So you know what? I think we'll keep on using the Icarus suit at least for the time being. Anyways, let's encase the elevator so it will be sealed from the elements. And there, there, and there. And then we fill them up with steel sheets, and there we go. And then we will build a small corridor right in front of it, because unfortunately we cannot have doors right in front of the elevator doors. So we need to have one empty space, and then we can build out the airlock. So there we go. The elevator shaft is enclosed, at least from the sides. There we go, looks nice. And then we will have this, this, and this, and then 2 more on top, like that. Also, I forgot to print out the doors, but that's fine. Those can wait. And also the cables. Yeah, we need a lot of stuff for this. Anyways, you can go, doesn't matter, you can go there, and then the chip, and then the glass sheets, and that will take care of that. Next, the active vents. So it doesn't matter, this one will be for the inside, this one will be for the outside. Yeah, that will do. Okay, in fact, we can name them right now. So this is going to be the internal vent, and this is the external vent. Good. What else? The sensor, you can go here. The power will very likely come from that way. And the passive vents. This one will be for the inside, and this one will be for the outside. Right here. So this one should hook up, and that looks correct. Also, don't fall in. There we go, finally press the right button. Okay, we definitely need to pave over this area. Anyways, go in, and this pipe goes right here. Okay, let me quickly take care of this. So, terrain manipulator, put in the dirt canister, no, in there we go. And let me quickly pave this one over because this is quite dangerous. Okay, so far so good. Right, so now we just need the doors, hook up the power, and that's going to be pretty much it. So as I said, we will feed all this from this battery, which means we might want to move it. Yeah, sure. Let's move it now, since it's not completely full anyway, so it's going to be fine. So that, and then the angle grinder, there, and then the wrench. So you will be here instead. It will be immediately visible, so we can immediately see if something is not quite right with the airlock as we are approaching it. So that looks good to me. Okay, we need to rewire obviously. So cables out. No, that one goes in the inventory and this one goes in the hand. So we need to pick all this up. In that case, you know what? I think this one should be here instead, so we can move the cables back to the input for the elevator. Yeah, right. So wrench, you will be here instead. Right. And the output is this one. Okay, we need to, you know what, might as well wire up both of them, it's fine. So a T-junction there. And in that case, I suppose we can put the gas sensor on under the console. So this one, the gas sensor can go here instead. There we go. So we can wire it up this way. Okay, it is a bit more important to power the elevator, but we are already out of cables, so we need to print about a couple more. That's fine. There, and quickly finish up the battery. So that one and that one. Good, and the screwdriver. There we go. And don't forget to turn it on. Right. Charge it when it's peak time. Okay, before we go home, let me quickly weld up at least some of these frames. As long as they are you know, not inside the airlock. They don't need to be airtight, so we'll only weld them one time. Also, there is an achievement to weld a wire. I have never done this. I tried to do this one in the older episodes or the previous series, but in that one it didn't work. Can I weld this wire now? No, I cannot. Do we need to use the gas-powered one? I guess that would make sense. Okay, fine. We will not weld it with the arc welder, apparently. Anyways, no, not that one, this one. And I will obviously weld up the base legs one time. There, and we need 3 and 6. No, 7. Okay, 7 more. So we need a bunch of cables. This one will run all the way here and goes into the input, because obviously we don't want to create a short circuit. And once again, don't fall into the lava. Please plug this hole. There we go. Anything else left here? I will mine this one out a little bit, just to be extra sure. Yeah. Let's do it correctly, please. Yeah, that looks a bit safer now. Okay, we can take out the dirt canister and start filling it back up again. And we might as well create a small ramp going up to this plateau. In fact, I should basically just create a ramp going here, but it's fine. Okay, so waste tank. Let's just go home. And let me see, so we need cables, what else? A bunch of walls. These guys are completely full, very happy to see it. And there we go. So, you know what, just out of curiosity, I will check out what we need to build that suit. Also, can you please not go into the airlock? You can go, no, there instead. Closed, and you have the copper, right? So, no, don't open, just turn on. And please give me a bunch of cables. There. Open the suit. In fact, went out the waste. And we can strip down. Right, and we can drink as well. There we go. Right. You know what? Let's just cook this one real quick. So it will be ready by the time we are actually very hungry. So, we still need 2 doors for the rest of this airlock. And what else? So we do have the console, the sensor. We might want to have a battery charger as well. In fact, I think we have enough space for a big one. And for a big base, we might as well make a big one. Right, anything else? I think we are going to be okay. We just need a bunch of cables and a big battery charger. So, let's just pick this up. And one more. There. So, before we print the doors, can you please give me a battery charger, the big one? Just the one. Ooh, that was fast. And then, I believe we need copper and iron for the door. Right? So, there. Let me see. So, for a door kit, we need, yeah, iron and copper. And we also need plastic sheets and glass. So, this one. And I use all the glass. No, I have one. Okay. Just one more door. And then some glass sheets. So, you need to go inside as well. So, that's the 2 doors. We have enough plastic sheets. Now we just need the glass. So please give me some glass sheets. Right. Now, obviously, it will not seal the base because the elevator shaft inside the base is still not sealed, but at least this part will be ready to go by the time it becomes relevant. Yeah, this will be enough. You can turn off. Everything can turn off, but we are okay on power, but still. So 26% hunger, sorry, 24% hunger. Yeah, we can eat once we get back home. So you suit up, and technically we don't need to have the oxygen switched out, but might as well. There we go, never hurts to be prepared. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up the airlock. Oh right, one more thing before we go. I did test this in between episodes, and yes, we can actually buy the liquid nitrogen from this guy. Now, it is a liquid, so it will go through the liquid and output pipe, and that will go straight into these pipes. So right now, we have liquid and gas water in here, water and steam. Now, we can force the steam to condense completely into water if we basically put some other gases inside. You know how the phase change works. Different gases have different temperatures and pressures that they like to be in, and if we put some liquid nitrogen in there, that will force all the steam to condense out. I think 2 liters will be okay. It will not cool down the water too much, so we will not have water ice in there. So 2 liters of liquid nitrogen there, and this guy will force it into the water pipes. And if we take a look, there we go. The liquid nitrogen is evaporating and turns into gas, and basically now the pressure inside is too much for the steam to exist as steam, and it is starting to condense back into water. So exactly what I tried to achieve. So this way, every single molecule of water will be in liquid form. Any kind of gas volume in the pipes will be taken up by the nitrogen. It's not a lot, it is basically just 51 moles. It is basically nothing. So yeah, I think this will give us a slightly clearer picture of the exact volume of water that we have at our disposal. So it is going to be 5.3 liters for now. Okay, so I think this was a good intervention to do this, right? Obviously it will once again heat up because we are filling it with hot water, but that's fine. Okay, so the liquid nitrogen is out of the pipe, so yeah, we can turn this guy off now. So the weather is still clear, good to know. Let's finish up building the airlock. And you know what, yeah, let's just create a small ramp going on level with the rest of this platform. So take out the terrain manipulator and basically, let's block this hose real quick. There we go, now it should be okay. So let's just create a small walkway through here. Yeah, that's good. Looks good to me. And then we can take out the canister once again and start filling it up. You can go back in the tool belt or the mining belt, and you can mine this one down a little bit so it is a less sharp incline like this. Yeah, now it should make it a lot easier to get in and out of the base. There we go. You know what? No. One more step into the base. So you come out, dirt canister goes in, and let's fill these holes as well. And then just ever so slightly mine it down, maybe with flattening turned on. So you come out and flatten. And if we do it like this... No? Okay, fine. Don't flatten, just very, very gently mine this out. Yeah, that will do quite nicely. In fact, just this corner and that's it. I will leave it here. So, let's finish up this airlock. First, let's hook up the elevator. So you will need to go all the way to the back. Obviously, at some point, this battery will be hooked up to the general power generation, but right now we only have this. And as far as I know, these batteries should not get damaged in storms, so they should be okay. And by the way, the graphics of the storms were also updated, so I really want to see how they look. I am really actually hoping for a storm this time. Anyways, doors. You can go a composite door there. Can I sneak a cable through this corner? I would love to. And yes, we can. Okay, good. That will make cabling a bit easier. So you hook up there. And then you... First, let's place down the battery charger. You will be right here. Yeah, we need to have it. I mean, let me see. We can run the cables for the vents through this way. In that case, I think we can put the sensor up here and let me rethink how we lay this one out. In fact, I think we can have the sensor right here on top. That will work as well. So you will be here instead. There, we will run the cable here and down this wall. And we just need to turn this one around, and that's it. Right, so take out the glass, take out the chip, pick up the console, there, and you will be facing downwards, and then the chip goes back in, and then the glass, and that's it. Okay, now we can cable it. Okay, the battery is out. It didn't last as long as I would like. For now, let's just switch out the arc welder, and I will leave both of them open so we can replace them. Anyways, you need to go that way. Can I run the cable through this corner? Yes, we actually can. Okay, that will make it a lot easier. Also, what was... Oh, never mind. It's fine. So here you make a turn this way. Yeah, a four-way junction goes there and a couple of turns. And there we go. Okay, so now everything should be hooked up except this one as well. There. Right. And by the way, let me just show you why we cannot have the airlock right in front of the elevator. It is because, let's just pick this up, we need the wrench. If we try to put the door here, it will be blocked by the elevator, so the airlock unfortunately has to be here. So, there we go. Okay, so let's weld up the plastic sheets. We need the battery for this. There, now you can go back in the light. And then the glass sheets with the crowbar, I believe. Oh, this is a glass door. No, we need a composite door. Right, as far as I can tell, this guy should be good to go. So we can switch this one on, this one on. Yes, we'll feed the battery charger from this one. We might want to consider feeding this from the base power, so we can have the advanced airlock console here and the battery charger on this side, and feed the power into this from the base side, because that might be better for us. I will consider it. For now, I will leave it here for now. I don't want to do a lot more wiring. So there we go. We just need a data disk and we can do this. Okay, now label the doors as well. I didn't name the doors in the old airlock because we didn't have the labeler back then, but I usually like to label the doors not according to function, but according to signage. So people usually like to go like internal door or something like that. I personally like to do it with like this: entrance and exit, because these labels will show up on the door. So this is the exit and this is the entrance. It's pretty obvious that this is the internal door and this is the external door, but you know, for the sake of visuals, I like to name them correctly. Right. Okay, I left the data disks inside, so let's go ahead and pick them up. And while we are back home, we can eat as well. Oh yeah, the black hole is definitely low on the horizon. Are we actually charging now? No, we are not. Okay, we definitely need to build some wind power for the rest of summer. In fact, I am not sure. Okay, now we are charging, so that's great. Yeah, we need to build up the wind power too. So anyways, data disk, you come with us. The rest are fine. So yeah, you know what? Let's just quickly put everything in here and let's start printing out some wind turbines. I believe we need electron for this. Also, we are really running low on gold. Wind turbines, the big ones. Okay, copper, steel, electron, good. So we just need some copper. You empty out. I believe you have the, no. This one has the copper. Also, we will need some more cabling and some steel sheets too. But first, let's print out the actual devices. So I will print out 2 of them, I guess.
Hydration critical.
Yeah, we will definitely have some trouble with the solar power during summertime. Not great. Also, that also means that we need to put some grow lights in here, which will be very power hungry as well. Anyways, we can print out quite a lot of these. You know what? I will let this print. I will very quickly set up the airlock and then we will sprint right back. And let's see how much we will print in the meantime. Also, we can switch out the batteries here and in the arc welder. There we go. Okay, so you can close. So data disk goes into this one. I mean, if you're going to move it, no, never mind. It will remember the settings anyways. So exterior is going to be the exit, and then these are not hooked up. Oh, okay. This one is not cabled up quite correctly. You need to hook up there. Okay, now it should be okay. So a exit is the exterior door, gas sensor, external vent, and then the internals, and that's it. And pressure wise, just go for 0, it's fine. It will be a bit windy, but that's okay. Okay, you can come out. Can you please? There we go. And I suppose we can turn off, we can operate the airlock from here. It's fine. So anyways, right now it is not sealed. So technically speaking, we don't need to have this one set up, but might as well. And we have a full pip on the battery. Very good. So let me quickly go home and let's see how many wind turbines we printed out. I am hoping for 3 or 4, but I think it will be maybe 2. Right now we are power positive, but it will not last forever. I can only hope that these wind turbines will be able to take care of it. So that is, ooh, nice, 4 of them. Make 1 more, sure, why not? And then we will need to have some platforms. So that means that we need, 3 more frames. They will go right behind them and a lot of cabling. Right. So after this, we will need the frames. The cabling can wait. Yeah, we don't have any more frames. Yeah, okay. Can you please print out the cables? So, cables please. And this will give us, okay, just about enough for a full stack. It's not going to be a complete full stack, but it will be close enough. Right, let me quickly empty out at least the waste tank. I will deal with the health in a second. For now, let's try to place down at least some of these wind turbines. Plus, don't forget we still need the sheets as well, so yeah, we have a lot of work to do. So we cannot place these without supports, right? But we can put them here, with power facing towards the base, right? And here. So we need 3 more frames, then a bunch of sheets and a bunch of cabling as well. Okay, and now we can go inside and eat and drink. There, so first, eat. Yeah, just print out a full stack of heavy cables, it's fine. We do have a little bit over there, but we need a lot of these. So that's the food. That's the water. And let me see, how many cables do we have right now? Not a lot. It is 25, nowhere near enough. Okay, you stop. Just, how many we have? Okay, we have half grams, don't. Print out 1 more. There we go. Then please give me the steel. So that's it. The copper needs to go back inside and keep printing out the heavy cables, and you will give us the frames and the steel sheets. So we need 3 frames and a bunch of sheets. So 3 frames. These frames will not be valid whatsoever. They will still act as supports, but we still need sheets for the wind turbines themselves. So 3 of these. After this one, 1 more. And then a bunch of cabling. So this will hook into the power generation side. Right, we need a lot. Anyways, you, and then give me a bunch of sheets. Steel sheets, please. Also, don't forget, we will also need some regular cabling to finish up the wind turbines. I believe 5 of them, right? So the big wind turbines require 5 sheets and 5 cable coils, that's right. So we need a lot of these. So please keep printing. A bunch of these. We will run out of gold in a little bit. And then we will print out some regular cables and that will do it. So all these can go on these shelves for now. We don't need a data disk right now, so you can go back here. Okay, I will leave the heavy cables here for now, because we have a full stack. Please just give me regular cables. Sure. And all this, please. So that is enough for 4 wind turbines, but we need enough for 5. So we need 25. Right. By the way, what is the capacity of the heavy cables? So for the heavy cables, it is 100 megawatt. No, sorry, 100 kilowatts. I think we will not generate enough power with the wind turbines to overload them. But you know, just in case, I will place a transformer just behind the just behind the batteries, you know, just in case. Anyways, this should be enough. So yeah, I think you can stop now. One more. No half grams, please. So enough cabling for the wind turbines and enough steel sheets as well. And okay, no half grams. Okay, let's stack everything together and we are good to go. Right, let's do it. So visor down and cycle. Also, don't let the silicon get blown out of the airlock. So first things first, the frames there, there, and there, right? Then the wind turbines facing with power this way. Then the steel sheets. That's good. And then the cables. That's good. And then screwdriver, I believe. Yes. And then we just need to wire them into the base. Let me just quickly check. So wind turbines. Can I read the maximum output? Flashpoint, prefab hash, auto ignition. Up to 10,000 watts. So we would need 10 of these to overload the cables. Not counting these, but they are not really all that, you know, they will not generate enough. So I think we are going to be okay. Right, let's start wiring things up. So these heavy cables with the cable cutters, and let's get to work. And there we go. So everything is now hooked up. So these guys are hooked up. That's fine. And these guys are going that way and into the base. Right. So we have increased power generation quite a bit. I am relatively certain that this will not be enough to supply us through the entirety of summertime. But who knows, maybe. And just to be extra safe, quickly go inside at transformers. Let me see, large one. This one can go to 50 megawatts. Large. Don't we have a 100,000 one? No, we don't. Okay, I suppose we can just build two of them. That will be fine as well. So right, for this one we need large transformer kits. What do we need to build those? So a transformer for the large steel and electron. Okay, easy enough. You and you. So build two of these. Do we need anything to finish them? No, just the actual kit. Okay, that makes it a bit easier. Which means we might need some support for them. Yeah, I suppose we can build a support here, place them down and hook them up accordingly. Oh, and they will print for a long time. Yeah, I just want to be extra sure that we are not going to overload the cables. I am 99% sure that this is not enough wind power to overload the cables in the storm, but it's better safe than sorry, right? So one more. These guys are, I believe, oh, it's not too big. So output that way, input from that side, right? Yeah, I suppose we can just put two of them here, facing that way. They will go into the battery and yeah, okay, the support will be here instead. It's fine. Right, so after this one, we will print out one more frame and we should be okay. Good. So the steel, please. And also we need copper and gold. So you know what? Before we go outside, mine copper and gold mining. Confirm. This one we don't need anymore, so it's fine. Confirm. Any other on the to-do list? Maybe grow lights. Yeah. Grow lights in the greenhouse. Sorry. Confirm. Why are you... Grow lights. Confirm. Okay, something's bugged, I think. Unless... No, we have enough power in the labeler, so... Well, there was a big patch recently, so I suppose might be bugged or something, I don't know. Anyways, it's not really critical. Okay, so we need one more frame. In fact, you know, I will print a couple of extra just in case. Can I maybe label this one? We managed to label this one, so that was fine. So a grow light, there we go, now it works. So why are you not working? I don't know. No, maybe need an enter after it. No, it's not working. Okay, something is bugged with that one. It's fine, not really all that important, but still. Anyways, let me quickly take care of the cabling. We should have enough heavy cabling, so I think it's going to be okay. Right. So we need the frames first. And you will go right here. Yeah, let's just weld it up one time so it doesn't look too bad. So there, and that one. Good. So we need these transformers, output facing towards the battery. And yeah, we might need to have one more frame for this because it's a little bit too wide. I mean, technically speaking, this one will work just fine. You know what? No, you don't need another frame. It's okay. Right. First things first. Hook them up from the back, and then we will rearrange the cabling from the inside. So, cable cutter there. First, sever the connection going into the battery. There. And sever this one. This one will be going into these guys. Good. Power output, so yeah, this one needs to be going straight through. That's fine. And these one need to be set to maximum. So that is going to be 50,000 watts, I believe. So there, and one step down just in case. I don't think it's needed, but it makes me feel better. And you as well. All the way to the maximum and one step down just in case. Right, and you... Okay, I will wire them up from the inside first and then we'll take care of the rest. We only have 4 cables left, so... Yes, I know it is now power generating time, but it's okay. We have plenty of power, so we are not in danger of actually running out. So you will need to be hooked up there and there. Come out one step that way and go out that way. Right, so this side is hooked up correctly now. Yeah, all the power generating goes through the transformers and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cables actually, so we need to print out one more. Good thing I checked before we went outside. Sorry, can you please go inside? Thank you. And there, and let's just print out the rest of these heavy cables. So, cables, heavy, all of it please. So we need gold and copper for sure. Obviously the iron should be fine, yeah, over 400 grams.
Storm incoming.
Ooh. So we did get the notification, very good. So that one works. And we have a flashing light. And we have, oh, okay, 12 minutes until it gets here, so we are fine. Okay then, let's quickly finish up that. And in fact, this storm will put these wind turbines into overdrive. I want to see how far, how close we can get to the maximum. So I believe they said 10,000 watts on peak. Let's see if we can reach it. Anyways, there and there and there. Good. Okay, so we are only managing this one. This one is flashing, so maybe sometimes we reach the throughput for this one as well. Yeah, this extra power, wait, 0%? Why?
Hydration critical.
You are more or less okay, but now you are okay. Are you being blocked by the wind turbines? That would be interesting. That means that we might want to put these guys in front of them. 40% efficiency. Yeah, you are definitely being blocked by the wind turbines. That is not great. Yeah, 0%, definitely. Okay, we need to move the solar panels. I mean, we can pick up most of these cables, that's fine, we can reuse them. That will be quite a bit of a task, but it's going to be okay. Not a big, complicated task, it will just be time consuming. So yeah. Now we are making sure that we will never overload these cables. Okay, that makes me feel better. And this guy should be visible from far away. Since we are outside, might as well take a look. So if we move very, very far away, yeah, it is right there, flashing. And even if the model of the light is not loaded into the world, the actual sprite of the glow will still be visible. I did test it. I moved all the way to the top of the mountain in between episodes while I was testing stuff, and the light was still visible, so it's fine. Okay, so I think the weather alarm system is working as intended. Good.
Waste and caution.
Waste and caution. Okay, fine, go inside. And I think we want to say goodbye now and pick things up in the next episode. Yes, in the next episode, I think we will sort out the positioning of these power generators. And you know what? Let me try to maybe reposition this guy. So we need, alright, the crowbar very, very carefully. And replace it. Can I do it now? So, Okay, now it worked. Well, as long as it works, it's okay. So, right, as I've said, we need to say goodbye now, and we will pick things up in the next episode. All that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.